Okay. Oh, baby. Oh, mine. Oh, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you guys? How you been? We are here at another week. Yes, once again. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. How you been? Gemini season is really starting off interesting. And I know that Gemini season doesn't do it on purpose, but Gemini season be trying everybody, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but the shit always shaking. The shit is always shaking in Gemini season. So everybody hold on to your overalls. And then y'all season really be showing out for y'all. It really be showing out for y'all. But y'all got it. Oh, welcome back to another episode of Present Not Perfect. I'm your host, Mimi Jeanite. And this week, I really wanted to go into a touchy subject. It is something you have to keep your eyes open on, and discernment, vigilant, and trusting your intuition, prompting us to realize there's something off within the situation. Hey, keep your eyes open. Hey, something's off here. Be on guard. Watch what's going on. This is not a plug, but this is something that I actually appreciate. I hope you guys realize that within all of my episodes, if I'm putting something on the screen, it's because I actually want you guys to know about it, or it's something that I actually care about, or it's something that I actually want to share. So not a plug, but this baby, chobani. And this is like my favorite flavor. The second favorite flavor that I have is strawberry, but these have been giving life. I've been listening to my body, and I wasn't really into yogurt like that before, but yogurt, she's doing her thing and I'm here for it. And chobani, really good flavor, really good consistency. It doesn't make me feel like I'm drinking like thick milk. It's just really good. So let's get into it. Unfortunately, when you're going forth a goal or a dream or something that you believe in, sometimes you're going to encounter people that claim that they support you and want to help you in any way they can to reach that particular goal, or make it seem like they are going to be there thick and thin to support, and just they're not really against you in any way. They're so for you. This is the way that they make it feel or seem when they're letting you know, like, okay, I believe in your dream too, because you believe in the dream the way that you believe in it. And sometimes you'll find yourself in situations where you're either trying to prove to them that your dream, the way that you wanted to go after it, the way that you are going after it, is going to garner you whatever it is that you are wanting as far as the ultimate goal of the ultimate dream. You find yourself having to prove that to them because you don't want their support to be taken away, or you don't want to let them down, or you don't want to feel like you're not making them proud because they have put in so much support, or whatever the case may be. Some cases, maybe you don't really care about their support. If they're still going to support you, then they're going to support you regardless. And you're still going to move how you want to move to make it to where you want to go. And whatever they do, whatever they can, you're going to hope that they just continue to support you, because it has no reference to how you're moving. You're going to keep moving anyway. Emotions can get triggered during this time. And I want to start off with the initial subject that I spoke on, where it could be something that you feel like you need to prove yourself when it comes to you trying to reach your goal, and you have this support and you just want people to remember why they're supporting you. A lot of times when you are in that position, the reason why you fall into that position or express yourself in that way with those people that are showing you support, whether it is real support or not. The reason why you feel the need to do that is because you have put yourself beneath them. You've put them on a pedestal to make it seem like, okay, because you are doing this for me, I now have to make sure that you understand that you made the right decision. But you really don't have to prove that. If they wanted to support you, regardless of whether they made the right decision or not. That's up to them to decide. It shouldn't be for you to prove it. You understand what I'm saying? So you start to think ahead and try to appease their expectations of you. Sometimes you might start doing things that you didn't even want to do, or you didn't even think that you should do toward the goal, just because they suggest something, or because you feel like it would make them happy if it were to be something done. And sometimes it gets even worse when it's like a hierarchy system where they've already invested in you, and now you feel like, oh, because you've put in money, I have to try something for you. It makes it like a you owe me type of vibe. If you feel that after being invested financially by somebody, give them their money back. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Give them their money back, because if the support is meant to come from someplace genuine, you shouldn't feel like I owe you in disservice to my goal. I'm not gonna think clearly because you've already invested money. So whatever you say, that has precedence over what it is that I feel my business will need or my goal will need from me. No. Take that shit out the equation. It is different if you have a business plan with somebody and then that's when they're supposed to invest in you, professionally in whatever way, whether it's time, energy, money, counsel, whatever the case may be. That's different. But when it's somebody that you're just receiving support, like just I believe in your thing. I believe in it so much that I just want to see it grow for you. I have no ties to what's going to happen to you. I just believe in it. So whatever I do, it is my prerogative. I'm going to just do it for you because I trust that you deserve what it is that you're looking toward or forward to. So the moment you start feeling like I owe you this, give them everything back. Give them everything back. There's moments where a lot of people feel a lot of power towards somebody that feels like they have a goal, especially if that person is talented and skilled in whatever your goal is. If you are somebody that really takes your time and you really have the potential of achieving that goal, a lot of people will see that light and see it as a way to be able to use you in whatever way they can. And a lot of people like the feeling of power, especially if you've already placed yourself at a lower level. So now you're always looking up to them in a state where they're better than you in whatever way you feel that they're better than you. And it's not that they may not have a lot more resources or some things that work a lot better for them because of how they've gone through their life or the things that they've chosen to do and actually achieved in their own life. But for them to be in the position that they're in, they still don't have to take advantage of your situation. They can still invest in you if they choose to, as supportive being or supportive whatever, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for right now is, but you can still receive that support from them without them making you feel like you're beneath them or without you feeling and perceiving them as being above you. You have to be fair to yourself, and you should not feel like you should sacrifice anything unless it's something that you deem seriously that you need to sacrifice for the sake of the business, sake of the goal, sake of whatever it is that you're trying to go toward. Somebody holding you like that is going to drown you in a lot of regret, a lot of pressure, a lot of guilt. Whenever it's something that you feel like, okay, I kind of want to redirect something right now. But because you've had this person make you feel like that, the way you move toward whatever the goal is going to be faulted. It's going to be wishy-washy. It's going to be like, damn, I don't even want to do this anymore. So you have to be careful with that. You have to be very careful with that, just so that you understand that this is something that is yours. If somebody chooses to be behind you with that, that's the way the hierarchy should fall in. You're the one on top. You're the one making the decisions that will best benefit the business, the goal, the trajectory of whatever you're shooting for. If you decide to take advice from somebody else, that is your decision to take advice from somebody else, but it's not based solely on whatever they suggested. It is because of what you see as benefit from whatever they stated. And now you're like, yeah, there's actual benefit from what you're telling me. Let me go ahead and implement that into whatever I'm doing so that I can move forward 10 steps. You're going to be right behind me for sure. And I see the quality in you. Who knows? From that, you could possibly be elevated. You could possibly be promoted into a different station in that person's life because you have provided so much more than just baseline support. That quality of I believe in you so much and I want to see you win, and I'm going to give you quality constructive criticism, and hopefully we can make this work for you. You may be somebody that gets something out of that, because if the person on top, the person that has a goal, the person with the goal that you're supporting, I'm shifting gears here, the person you're supporting has this goal and they see that you are a huge benefit to them, they're not going to want to lose that. They're going to see the actual value of you and want to keep you close, because you are something that not a lot of people get. So if you're genuine in that, thank you for being who you are, because there's not a lot of people like you out here in this world. We need people like you. We need people that actually believe in others, that want to help them make that are going to be genuine in their steps toward helping that other person make it there. And it's not like you don't have your own goals. Of course you do, but your goals kind of tie into whatever they're doing or the support that you're giving. And it makes sense for you to really be 10 toes in it. And that's what helps a lot of people thrive. We love you. I love you. I can only speak for myself. I love those types of people, because then it just shows there's like a symbiotic system that works for everybody. But a lot of people get drowned out in this toxic shit, and that's what fucks up a lot. But let's move on. You're getting caught up in your emotions, trying to figure out exactly how to promote this person's support before they actually deserve it, just because of whatever you feel that they have invested into whatever you're shooting for. That's going to cause a lot of strain on you as the person moving toward that goal. So you need to shift the entire hierarchy, or whatever it is that you feel like, you know, you're in that moment. Whatever you need to shift that entire hierarchy. You need to shift it. You're back on top. You're the one that's making the decisions. Whatever is best for the business, you allow yourself to make that decision and you stand on it. If you're unsure, you can ask advice, but then keep that intuition running. Make sure you keep that discernment in check, just to be sure. Okay, have you done something that I can really take this advice from you right now and really run with it? Or am I being facetious and even asking you this question as to how I can benefit my business moving forward, my goal moving forward? You need to really be discerning. You know what's right. You do. You know who you're asking shit to. You know who's actually going to give you some sound advice. You know, and you can check it too. There's always going to be some type of ping within your body that's going to let you know, okay, this is something good or this is something not so good. So listen to yourself, learn to listen to yourself, and check your understanding, check your position within yourself. If something shifts and it feels off, listen to that. If something shifts and it feels like you're elevating, listen to that. Those matter within your body. Your body is like the fields are speaking to each other. You can't not believe that. Like, science already validates that. You got to understand what your wavelengths are doing. You got to understand what your frequency is giving, and then to receive that, to receive another frequency and how it's translating and how it's communicating with you, you have to understand that. So then you make decisions based off of like actual things. It's not just like fake shit. It's real. But the thing is, you have to understand how it's communicating in order for you to really understand what's being stated in the moment through your body. A lot of us, we want to give people the benefit of the doubt when we feel that we've received some support from them, because it's either we haven't gotten that support because of something that's happened in life where we feel like we've gone through a lot alone, or we feel like we didn't have what we needed from others and now we're finally getting it. It's always going to come from loss, that feeling of somebody has to be above me, or somebody doing something for me, they deserve more than anything. It's always coming from a sense of loss, something that you didn't receive before. So we have to check that. We have to understand where that's coming from, and we have to understand that although we may value that person because they have finally given us something that we've always wanted, we have to remember that we come first. What our decisions are matter. We have to remember that. And then to go into the other side of the spectrum, where it's like somebody could not give a fuck whether somebody supports them or not. They're still going to go for what they want. They're still going to shoot toward that trajectory. They're going to make it regardless. And that takes a lot of like, yeah, I got me type of vibe within. Like, I got me regardless. I don't care. You believe me? Okay, cool. Rock with me. You don't? Okay, cool. Deuce. Like, that's it. And sometimes within that, a lot of people that support support, they could feel a little bit like they're not needed in a sense. How you guys are interacting gives that. Like it makes them feel like you're still going to be good regardless. So then they feel like, well, okay, then what am I here for? Sometimes people just want to be super into whatever you got going on, putting in their ideas, putting in whatever they feel like they should be putting in. And if you don't really take in their ideas, their advice in the way that they expected you to, like you needed that advice or you needed that suggestion or you needed that implementation, they take that personal, like, okay, bitch, do you then? And it's like, nah, it's just the fact that I really don't think this is the direction that I want to go in, and I want to just keep this pushing the way that I see my vision unfolding. And that can cause you to feel like, damn, I don't want nobody to fucking support me then. Like if you can't respect my boundary on how I want to run this journey to this goal, then I don't need you here. And it makes a lot of things kind of close off for you, where it's like, okay, shit, then what else is there? This person's done that. This person's done that. This person's done that. No, I don't need anybody. Let me do this myself. And it closes you off to actually receiving a good person. And I think what we need to do in that situation is discern. Literally think about who you're receiving that from and delegate a little better what it is that you might need from them. If it is a good piece of advice, you can let them know, hey, it's good, some good advice right now, but I don't think I need that. I'll hold on to it, like if I were to use it sometime in the future, like for something else. But as of right now, I don't really think I need to implement that piece of information. But I appreciate your support. I appreciate your advice. I appreciate your suggestion. Like, keep them coming. There's another element where the people will show you that the people will act like they support you, or they will support you on one moment and then kind of like laugh at your journey in the next moment. And it's like, okay, I'm kind of confused. Like, I don't know if you're for me. I don't know if you're against me. And that kind of makes the situation wonky, because then at that point you most likely will not continue to divulge as much as you were when it comes to like the visions that you have for your goal, like what you see happening in the future for something, or the things that you have questions on how you should move forward. They'll sometimes even laugh in your face and really just like kiki along the way of going back to that, oh, I support you mode, which is really weird. I don't understand that part, because if somebody really doesn't believe in what you have going on, I don't understand how they can go back and forth. So it's like, which one's real? Which one is actually the thing that's actually like, that makes people want to just back the fuck off. Like, I don't even want to have you in anything that I got going on. You may sabotage me. I don't want your support anymore. And in those situations, I think it's best to really back off. I think it's best to really keep your peace in order for you to understand that, okay, this person, I'm not sure where their head is at. And it's not very blatant like the person where they are supportive, but they're putting in an investment to reap something for sure. So then they're trying to literally become equal in opportunity with that goal of yours. And it's not blatant like the person that literally just does not believe in your goal. It's in the middle where it's like they're flip-flopping. So in my opinion, I think it would be best to kind of keep some things close to heart and execute the things that you have to do in order for you to make it where you want it to be. And you can kind of like share with them the aftermath, the end goals, and like they could possibly show their support then. But then at least if they show that anti-support, it's still something that they didn't have too much of a hand in developing. So they can't really bring it down too much, because regardless of whatever they're sharing, it's still something that you had the handle of putting out and actually creating. So it gets a little easier to handle that, because I don't want to take away from the fact that they may be just unaware of how to actually show support for real. See, no, the universe told me that was a lie. Because if they knew how to support in one way, they know how to support, period. So I hear you. So yeah, you have the option of just being like, I'm gonna cut you off from this part of my, whatever is going on in my life, because you are not the person that I should be receiving support from in this arena. Or you can do it like I just said before, where it is delegation of, okay, this is the time that I'm going to show you what I've been doing so that you can just support this part of it. You don't have to support me full-fledged. and, run it like that. Because our emotions are going to be tied into our goals. So if we have somebody laughing at our shit, you're going to feel some type of way, even if the person isn't intentionally laughing to laugh at your situation. It's just that they're not taking it as seriously as you want them to, or that you thought they would. And that's gonna have to be okay. You're just gonna have to be like, you know what, okay, cool, like, I will not have you in anything else until I deem it necessary that you're in this, because now I understand your pattern, and we don't need to be getting upset on the journey to reaching our goal. We need to be in good, sound mind and body in order for us to really be able to make good decisions moving forward. Not somebody laughing at your shit and then they didn't really mean it, but now that's in the back of your head. So now it's like you're sitting there thinking about when they laughed at you. So now you're starting to get imposter syndrome, trying to feel like, why am I feeling like this? Yeah, it's because of them, that influence. Making it seem like whatever you're working toward isn't even for real, but they're gonna show support, but it's like they really don't believe it. And that is like, I don't even know like if I can say which one's worse, because they're both bad. But there's gonna be times when you have people like that in your life, and you have to understand what to do with those people and keeping yourself in good emotional position. We have to keep ourselves in check throughout this whole thing. The moment we give somebody more power than they deserve, they have it. They got that shit, bruh. And it's not gonna be upon anybody else but us. We've given them that power at that point. So I'm just grateful that I can actually see these things and make my decisions using my discernment after the whole thing, not necessarily letting it alter the way my relationship is with that person. Most times it's gonna be a stranger supporting you before it is somebody close to you. So it is a little tricky when it is somebody close to you and it is those things happening. I would just use that fuel and transmute it into something that can work for you. Like, you know what? You're laughing at me right now? Okay, cool. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna show you, like, you should have just believed in me. This way you prove it to yourself before you prove it to them that you already believed in your goal anyway. And like, thank you for laughing at it, even if it wasn't an intentional you're not gonna make it type of laugh. It's still something where it's like, okay, I'm gonna show you that, like, regardless of whatever resources I have, regardless of whatever it is that I'm working with, I'm still going to be able to do whatever I need to do, and I'm going to make it far. And regardless of if you're with me or not, I'm still gonna do my shit. And then the people that actually genuinely support me, they're gonna be there with me. You might be there, you might not, but you won't be there in the same capacity as the people that genuinely support me. And that's okay, because I don't need no fake shit around me. I don't need nothing like that around me. And it should be okay. Once you really affirm that within yourself, it should make you feel good. It should make you feel good. If you feel alone after realizing that you really have some shitty support, take your time. Take your time to really just back away from everybody, because the moment that you acknowledge that you don't have what you need, and then you realize you have to state what it is that you actually need, when you ask the universe, when you ask God, when you ask source being for that, it will soon come. So you just have to know what it is that you need. If you're not receiving what it is that you need right now, that's okay. Shift gears. You have time. Slow down, process whatever it is that you're going through, and then take the necessary steps forward. That's it. That's all. It takes each day going through that. It takes multiple tries going through that to be able to get it right. And this is trial and error. This is a part of life. So yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like, I don't know. I've been trying to speak, and ever since I got into some real shit, this shit been trying to take me out. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to open a window or something, but I'm about to go. I got some errands to run. I got some things to do. We are here. You know, there's people that are out here supporting you. It's just the type of support that you're receiving. What is it? Are you looking toward the support for elevation? Are you needing the support for foundational purposes? Like, I just need a team that, not even a team necessarily. I just need a group of people that will continue to affirm me. Or is it the first part, where you do need a team? You're doing it to promote them into some type of position in your team. Bless the day. Yeah. And as the supporter, are you doing this to genuinely be supportive regardless of what you receive from this person, are you doing it to prove to yourself that this person wasn't going to do whatever they were going to do in the first place, and you're kind of just there to watch the show happen? Are you doing this because you're looking for something from this person, and whenever they reach their goal, you're expecting some type of compensation or get back? What is the actual intention of why you're doing what you're doing? The moment you find that out, and the person receiving the support, you also, the moment you find out the person's intention as to why they're supporting you, things can move a lot more smooth. It's okay to be transparent. If people know exactly what you're there in that space for in their life, then you can make shit really run smoothly. It's the fact that people are not being transparent, or people are assuming things about why people are in the position that they've placed themselves in, or that they have been placed in, and that makes a whole bunch of shit just weird, because now there's no clarity, and we need that, especially when it comes to goals. Like, it doesn't matter what the goal is. You can start from smaller goals, but most likely smaller goals, you're just like having that cheer team. Like, yeah, cool. But the more that it progresses into larger goals, like this is the lifestyle goals or lifetime goals or something of the sort like that, right? Those are most likely going to incorporate a lot more people than just yourself. And you need quality people around you during that time. You need quality people, and you need to be able to discern for yourself what it is that that character is giving you. Is it actually genuine? If not, you know what to do. And you don't have to feel bad about it. You don't have to feel bad about it, because you're doing something that is beneficial for you. So that people-pleasing tendency of it all, get that shit out the window. And also with the, I'm gonna do this all by myself, get that shit out the window too. You don't have to do this all by yourself, but you do have to understand who the person is in your corner. Who is the person behind you? Who is the person really talking to you, helping you get to the next step, pushing you toward whatever you feel like you're trying to go toward? Are they literally just getting upset every time they suggest something that you don't take? Or are they like taking into consideration that, okay, you must know what's best for this? But if you, as the person receiving support, just shut down all of the ideas from the people supporting you, maybe you don't need that type of support. Maybe you just need emotional support. You need to figure out what type of support you need in order for you to delegate that to people. You can't just expect people to know what it is that you need. So that's why you have to figure out exactly what it is you need on both parties. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What do you need from each other? Boom. Let's make this shit work. Boom. It could all be so simple. And I appreciate the fact that I know this now, because it was really back in the day, like I was on both sides of the spectrum, letting people get me upset because it's like, you're not doing this how I wanted you to, or just putting somebody above myself within the whole situation because I felt they knew more about it than me, or they could do something more about it to help me. And it's like, no, that's imbalance. And that's why you give a lot of power away and then find yourself in the same spot after everything is said and done. You can't run like that. It doesn't work. Thank God for maturity. Man. Yes, so let me know what type of gems y'all picked up from this episode. Put it in the comment box below. I do realize that you guys like a lot more of my shorts and reels and shit like that. So I am going to start like breaking down the reels a lot more. And the shorts a lot more, just to get the information out there a little bit better. Don't forget to do all the things. I appreciate you guys being here with me. And until the next episode, you guys have been watching Present Not Perfect, baby. I'm your host, Mimi Jeanite, and I'll be seeing you guys next week for another one. Bye.